Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Y'all give me 1 second. Nah, somebody, I think I had to block two people yesterday talking about, oh, when you doing a video, don't be doing no text message. It's like, listen, you don't pay me. If you don't pay me, then get what you get and don't pitch your fit. Don't come on here demanding something when you ain't paying a dime for these videos and this here insight. It's like, if you got a problem with me texting, you ain't got to watch the video. It's like, shut up and go on somewhere. Scratch your booty and get glad. Stay out my comment with that nonsense. Getting me out of the fruits of the spirit. Satan, I rebuke you. And so we the boys program this week, that my phone going crazy. So I'm all day long with the boys program is going through. So we trying to take and get them set up and scheduled. And so I'm still raising funds. The link is in the description. We still trying to make sure meals taken care of, hotel room taken care of. But the way you do it is like, it's a big undertaking. But want to pop on here and touch on this because I've seen a few people. I'm under the weather, so y'all got to forgive my voice. And I may have to pause and, call for what have you. But so give me 1 second here. Alrighty, y'all forgive me. So on this here software, you able to hit pause. Oh, the here good StreamYard. And StreamYard, send me a chat. And want to touch on this DDG. Man, I don't know if the young lady name is Halle. It looked like it's spelled Halle, like Halle Berry, like her parents named her after Halle Berry. Because her last name started with a B too, Halle Bailey. And I always Google it and try to find me an article. So I Googled it, found me an article on, what was it? Found me an article on ABC News, which is a reputable site. And so I'm gonna read that. And so that way we have a little bit of direct here feedback and see what we got here. Because I'm not, okay, there it go. And they just updated theirs, they just did theirs 12 hours ago. And what it says is that actor Halle Bailey, and it could be Haley now, but it's spelled Halle, because Haley is Hailey. So forgive me if I'm saying her name wrong. Actor Halle Bailey gets restraining order against rapper DDG alleging violence. A Los Angeles judge has granted a restraining order to the Little Mermaid actor and singer Halle Bailey, who says her ex-boyfriend, the rapper and YouTuber DDG, has been repeatedly violent with her, and she fears for herself and the baby they have together. The judge on Tuesday ordered DDG, whose legal name is Daryl Dwayne Granberry Jr., to stay away from Bailey and their 17-month-old son, Halo, until a June 6th hearing. So it's May 14th, so less than a month. Now, what you have to touch on right here real quickly is this judge putting his or her life on they name on the line. So the judge has looked thoroughly into this. So we can't get off to that, oh, she could be lying, oh, she could be making this up. The judge is looking at all the facts that is available to the public and making a decision. So it gotta be some validity. It ain't always all the time we be like, oh, women get this, women get that, women get that. Listen, I'm out here and I'm in the trenches with men and women. And so we can't just be so quick to just jump and assume that a woman is always lying. And especially when a woman she got her own money, doing her own thing, it's less reason to have to lie. So we got to understand that throughout our relationship, Throughout our relationship, Bailey said in documents requesting the order, Daryl has been and continues to be physically, verbally, emotionally, and financially abusive towards me. I am seeking orders to protect myself and our son, Halo, from this ongoing abuse. A message seeking comment from a representative for Granbury was not immediately answered. Bailey, 25, Granbury, 27, were in a relationship from 2022 until last year. And since their breakup, there have been multiple acts of physical violence, Bailey said. In a January incident that she recounts in detail, Bailey said Granbury was repeatedly calling her a B. They spelled it out now, the B word, the cuss word, as she tried to strap the baby into a seat inside his car. It sounded like he was mad she was taking the baby right there. Because why would you be calling this woman that while she's strapping the baby into the car? The baby first words, baby probably around here calling people B's. Baby 17, so most of the times the baby could talk at 12. Baby around here cussing people out because they're raggedy daddy. The next thing I knew, things got physical between us. Bailey said in the documents. Now she said the next thing she knew, things got physical. Now, Haley, did you turn around and swing because he was calling you a B, or did he yoke you up? We fought each other wrestling, and she said we fought each other. Now I got to point this stuff out because I'm gonna forget some of these points if I read it all the way through. So y'all forgive me. She said we fought each other. So she was fighting too now, wrestling and tussling. At one point, Daryl was pulling my hair. Oh, he out here fighting like Shanae. Come on now, Daryl. He then slammed my face on the steering wheel, causing my tooth to get chipped. I then stopped fighting back as I was in a lot of pain. That tooth took her out. When she got that tooth chipped, I bet that thing was throbbing. And so here, now that right there, I ain't read this whole thing before I shot this video. I read to that point and my blood started boiling. Because Daryl would be dead right now if that was my sister. So Daryl, I'm going to tell you like this right here. You better go sit your little soft behind down. Because if this woman got a man in her family, you finna get lined up, boy. So you better sit your little raggedy soft behind down and go get you some darn therapy. Or give me a call. Because your butt out of line, slamming this young lady's face on the steering wheel and even fighting with this woman. That's some punk behavior. And you too old for that. You was 27 years old. Find you some help, boy, and get your life together and start acting like, oh, you care so much about that child. No, you don't. Men leave their child every single doggone day. And if you care about that child, you wouldn't be beating a mama if you care about that child. So get your life together. Bailey included photos of her tooth and bruises on her arms and her filing. She got the proof on it now. In March, she said Granbury entered her house when she wasn't home and texted her a photo of her bed along with a threatening message having sex with other men. See, he insecure. He didn't realize you can't hold no woman down. She not the average woman from the block that he used to dating. Now he got a woman with her own money, her own motion, her own life. And so she ain't got to put up with his grown boy behavior. Because if she was happy, ain't no way she'll leave if he was doing what he supposed to do. A few days later, she said he berated her when she did not want to send their sick baby on a visit with him and smashed the Ring camera on her porch when he realized it was recording the confrontation. She said when she called a relative for help, he took her phone and got into his car, slamming the door on her as she was holding the baby. Bailey filed a police report over the incident. Yeah, he losing his mind. She also asked that Granbury be ordered to stop using his streaming platforms on Twitch and YouTube to turn his followers against her. And that right there is what I call social abuse. And a lot of people do that. Mostly it be men. Sometimes Cardi B does it. But a lot of people do that. A lot of these celebrities be doing that. But we have not heard tell of Haley doing that. Or Halle. Whichever one it is now. Y'all got to forgive me. Whenever he wishes to cause upset, he starts bad-mouthing me to his several millions of fans. She said in the documents, he claims I am withholding our son and that I am with other men. As a result, I then received threats and hate on social media. That's so toxic. And that's how you know he guilty. Because you're not finna sick these millions of people onto this one woman. That's how you know he guilty. That right there let me know because of the behavior. You're not finna move like that. Because if you innocent, you could take the high road and go through the law the way she doing it. You ain't finna do that. And talking about withholding her son because you unstable. What you think she supposed to do? I would tell her if I was her brother or her daddy, which I'm about to be one of them, if you keep acting like this, because I'm finna be out there in LA and we finna ride that dark. Because you out there acting a fool and you sending a message to your millions of young men that follow you that this is cool, that it's okay, that when you mad and you upset, you get to strong arm your woman. You's a punk and you need to get your life together because you should never be putting your hands on a woman. It's like you got to realize and understand that like we was in that when we was in the streets. We full time selling drugs. We had war mentally, emotionally, spiritually. When I was playing football, I'm getting my head bashed in every day. This man got millions. He making millions, touching millions, streaming. You in the lap of luxury, but you ain't got no real stress. Like you ain't got no real problems to even be able to say like, oh, I'm distraught because of this. I'm distraught because I know men. We don't miss our kids like that. I'm an amazing father. I only have 2 kids from one woman, and I'm in the home with them every day. When I'm in South Africa on a speaking engagement for 2 weeks, I barely miss my kids. And that's just the honest truth about it because we built for war. We built for deployment. We built for hunting. We built for gathering. We built to be able to be separated from our kids and still function. A man is not like a woman. A woman carries the child. And some women still don't miss their child when they be apart from them. I know for a fact men do not be losing it like that. I be around men. I'm a man. Like, yeah, we love our child. Yeah, I will kill about my child. But I'm not sitting there curled up in the fetal position crying, going, oh, I miss my child. I miss my child. The truth about these situations is the man and sometimes the woman use the child as an excuse to get at their ex. He want to see his ex, not that child. He want to be, and that's why he is beating on her, putting hands on her, because he mad with her, not that child. That's all that's about. Granberry was also ordered not to possess any weapons. The judge can extend the order for up to 5 years at the June 6 hearing. DDG from Pontiac, Michigan, that's a problem right there. From Durham, Michigan in Los Angeles. First saw success as a video streamer and then as a hip-hop artist. On May 5th, he released his 4th studio album, Blame the Chat, on Epic Records. And just lame activity. Blame the Chat. Bailey from Atlanta has been nominated for 5 Grammy Awards as both a solo artist and as part of Chloe and Halle, the duo with her sister that first brought her fame. She starred in the sitcom Grownish from 2018 to 2022, and from 2023 played the title character in Disney's live-action remake of The Little Mermaid. And she probably got a bag for that. Probably got a bag for that Little Mermaid. She eating. Music deals be trash, but she probably still could have touched millions. And then she was in Grownish. That pay don't be crazy either, but it's still decent. You know, enough to have your own, to be able to buy you a house and a car and take care of yourself and not need a man for his money. So she not trying to get the man money. She put a restraining order, which I don't blame her, because it really, as men, we have to learn how to be emotionally intelligent. It don't matter what a woman say. You can't be 27 years old. And the reason why I'm pointing out his age, whatever he is, 27 or 25, is because if a man is 18, 19 years old, it's like he's so underdeveloped. After the age of 25, you fully, meaning his brain, his emotional processing and stuff like that, still would not make an excuse for them, but you would have an explanation. At 25 years old, the brain is fully developed and you ready to move forward. You able to do what you can do. And so and now at this point you should be able to process your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. But the thing about it is, which I understand this because I used to be a punk. And so that's how you could recognize stuff. He is a punk right now, in the literal sense of the word, not being derogatory or disrespectful. He's a punk right now. And because once you become a real man, you'll never put your hands on a woman. Even if she put her hands on you, you'll call the police on her. If you have to restrain her or block the punches or whatever, you'll do that. But you would not strike her with intent to harm like this punk is doing. And so he is a punk and he got to grow up. And the thing about it is, he don't realize he gonna lose his life, because it's gonna take one man in her family to have a bad day. And it could be a woman in her family, like that young lady that just, I think she killed 2 men and shot 2 other ones for jumping her brother. It could be a woman in her family. It's like, as men, we have to evolve. And we got to get past the point of putting hands on a woman. If she put hands on you, call the police on her, send her butt to jail. So, do I think Halle is innocent? She might not be. She might be poking the bear. She might be antagonizing them. One of the things that is common in relationships, not necessarily in theirs, because I don't know all the details, because he ain't share his story, other than what him saying he ain't seen his child in X amount of time. But the thing about it is, when a woman got her own and all she needs is love, it's no reason for her to keep your child from you unless you're unstable, unless you're unhinged. Like, a healthy woman wants her child to have a father in their life. They don't want their child to be without a father and have that void. They don't want that. And so what you have to realize and understand is that's a situation where, if for her to say you can't see your child, the behavior that he exhibited is showing why. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't let you see the child either if you calling me out my name, putting hands on me, bruising me up. No, you want to see that child. I wouldn't have no parts of you. Wouldn't have nothing to do with you. And it's like, okay, if she antagonized you with words and said certain little stuff, then you ain't got the emotional intelligence to not react physically, then you're a crash out. And if you're a crash out, you don't deserve to be around no 17-month-old baby. Like, you too unstable. Like, you don't deserve to be around that child till that child like 5 years old. And really not even then. Like, the child really need to be 13 years old. If you are a crash out to where you get physical with a little woman, it's not like you dating Brittany Griner or Clarissa Shields, who could put paws to you, put fist to face. You dating Halle Bailey. It's like, and yeah, she not like no Ariana Grande size, but still, it's like, that's a little woman. Like, he ain't like, as a grown man, and he might be over 6 foot tall. As a big musky grown man, like, what can you be scared of? The way you got to get physical with this woman. Like, what can you be scared of? Like, let's be real. Let's be real about this thing. And so here's the thing is, women be wanting a man and wanting a man who on a level financially and socially, and not realizing that for most men, money and fame changes us in a sadistic, twisted way. and that we on average don't know how to handle money and fame without being arrogant. And that's why the Bible tells us to be lowly in spirit. Because when a man is not lowly in spirit, when we're not humble at heart, we are a walking nightmare. We're a living, breathing nightmare. And that's one of the things to where we have to realize and understand that it's going to come to a situation, to a place to where we can't. Y'all give me 1 second. Come on. I'm about to call. All right. So we got to realize and understand where we can't get caught up in just the aesthetics. And so a lot of women don't study character. So what Halle should have did is look at this man from a distance. Watch countless hours of his stream and see if he is mature. Listen to his music, listen to his albums, and see what he's saying, what he's talking about. Is he mature? And then made a decision. So he has a little bit of money, but he obviously doesn't have character. Because every woman wants love. Every woman want to be married and in a relationship. When I say every, I'm talking about the general consensus. We're not talking about exceptions to the rule. So stay out the comments, which I don't want to be married. You're on the wrong page then, woman. Get off this page. This is a page for people who are married and people who want to be married. This is not a page for single fornicators who are comfortable being single and fornicating. I am not talking to you. Ain't none of my message for your fornicating behind. If you are willingly and you want to keep fornicating, my message is not for you. Oh, well, honey, you need to be there for the people and help them grow. You are grown. You know whether you want to grow or not. I am not a babysitter. This is for people who are looking for growth and want to grow and want to change. Now, what Halle should have did, because these celebrities, they see me be out here and be doing this talking, so they be scared to book me for a session. I ain't going to tell you business. I can't tell you business. That client confidentiality. It's so much business I could tell right now that I can't tell. I don't tell the business of my clients. Now, I tell the business of people I know, people I done met who is not no paid client, who don't pay me for coaching, and they get into some foolishness, like Torrey Roberts and Keon Henderson divorcing their Christian wives, first ladies of the church, to go marry celebrities. I talk about that. But I ain't coming on here with client business and say, oh, my client such and such said yeah. And so I don't know DDG, I don't know Halle. Halle should have hired me. She would have avoided a lot of this. She would have avoided all of this, really. Because I told her from day one. And then I would have made her make him sign up. And then when I would have got him together, got his life in order. But see, these people, they try to do it on their own. And then they go to these Hollywood therapists who don't want nothing but their money. And don't have a clue what they be talking about. Well, what you want to do here is the scientific metabolic visceral of the mitochondria is diphorious. And they be sitting right out there in Beverly Hills paying $400 an hour to get spent in a circle on the merry-go-round and life be in shambles, instead of coming to somebody with godly wisdom and real instruction to get their life changed. And just have us who you see on here, have us sign a non-disclosure agreement, because we know we ain't got the money to beat you in court if you're scared, but get you some real help, some real instruction. And so they be leading themselves to the slaughter because they go to enablers who not gonna tell them the truth. And so, but now right now somebody talking to Halle and telling her the truth though, because she leaving his sorry butt. And I hope he don't get to see his child until he get his life together. Get you some coaching. Stop smoking weed if you smoke weed. Stop drinking alcohol if you drink alcohol. If you can't handle your drink, if you can't do the right thing, get your life together, man. Get your life together. Give me a call. And yes, I call you a punk because that's what you is. And you need to know that and you need to confront that. And I will call you a punk one-on-one on the phone. Call you a punk to your face. Because what we need as real men is real talk. Get out your feelings and get some real talk. You got a bunch of sissy, mammy lame punks around you who not telling you that you is a lame for putting hands on a woman and that you need to get your life together. Now, the reason why I'm talking like this, because contrary to popular belief, a lot of everyday people don't know that celebrities are everyday people. And celebrities have what you don't have. You work 40 hours a week. Celebrities don't work 40 hours a week. So what celebrities have is time freedom. So when I speak on Shannon Sharp, he watches the video because he has the time to watch it. When I speak on DDG and Halle, they watching this video with you. Anything you comment, they see your comment. You have to realize is I'm not a peon. I got 3.5 million followers online, which I call supporters. Just the systems call it followers. I call supporters, even though less than 1% of them support me. That's why you can click the link in the description and make a donation to the boys program that's going to Cincinnati this weekend, 15 people deep. And I can't even go with them because my son graduate and family come first. So even though I can't go, I'm still funding their trip through my businesses. And that's why we running a 70% off sale today on Tony Gaskin's Academy on the life coach certification and any other course you want if you use the code BOYS2MEN with the number 2, not T-O. Boys, B-O-Y-S, number 2, M-E-N. DDG, buy a course. Halle, buy a course. And help these boys get to Cincinnati this weekend. And so, this the thing. What you have to realize is I got 3.5 million supporters online. These people know who I am. They done seen my video just because of how the algorithm works. On TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. So they get the message. And to be honest with y'all, a lot of times what y'all don't realize, a lot of times these celebrities, now some of them have went as far as to follow me. And they'll let me know. And then when I say their name, that I see them follow me, then someone will unfollow me. But like Karuchi Chan, what she went through, she followed me on Twitter. Lauren London, Lil Wayne and Nipsey Hussle, mother of their children, she used to follow me on Twitter. She unfollowed me after I said her name on a call. She unfollowed me. Her friend told her. Because her friend followed me too. But it's a lot of these celebrities that follow me. And so they get the messages too. And some of them make changes in their life. Because just like myself, some of them can't go to a therapist and they can't go to a life coach. So they get their coaching from YouTube. So I can't go to a therapist because of my brand size. Unless a therapist is AI and I'm talking to a computer and it's completely encrypted, any human being that I go to is going to tell my business. Even if they only tell it to their spouse or to their best friend. That's human nature. Now you will have therapists in the comments lying, saying that they don't tell none of their clients' business. You are a lie, and you are going to hell if you keep telling that lie. You do tell the business of somebody who is interesting. If it's not worth talking about, and you got all clients who not worth talking about outside of that session, then you're not going to tell the business. But if a celebrity or a influencer come sit down and do a session with you, you fixing to tell somebody. That is human nature. If I have an interesting session, I'm gonna talk to my wife. She don't know who I'm talking about. She can't see the person. A lot of times I don't even see the person. But I'm just saying, hey, just talk to this client. This client said that they got AIDS and herpes, and then slept with 109 people. I'm finna tell that. That's my other half. That's my wife. She don't know who I'm talking about. But so that's what I want you to understand. That's why I don't go to therapy, because that therapist gonna tell their spouse or their best friend. Then once they get there, them people have no loyalty. They going to tell their barber or they hairdresser, or they gonna tell their best friend. Oh, you know Tony Gaskins going through this with his wife, and he on here giving all their relationship advice, and he going through this. But it's they so detached from social media and not having a following that it'll just travel Poughkeepsie, New Jersey, or Selma, Alabama, and never get to the media. And they know, everybody know I'm on a one person tell basis, because if this come out, this gonna come back to such and such the therapist, who is a therapist, and I'm gonna get they license gonna be revoked. They gonna lose their license, and then such and such gonna know I told, so you can't tell nobody. So everybody tell one person. Everybody tell one person, and so that's how that right there works. Now the thing about it is, for me is I have learned that my wife don't tell business, because she don't tell her own business, and she don't tell me her friends' business. So, and it's only certain people like that now. And I don't believe in that zodiac and stuff. She's September 26th. My dad is September 30th. Both of them the same way. You can confide in them and they won't tell nobody. And it's just the strangest thing in the world. But they also will drown in their own problems, because they don't like to talk about their own problems. And it's just funny to me that their birthday 4 days apart. And I'm not, and oh, that's a Libra. That's a this or that. Hush, we ain't doing zodiac. We ain't talking about that. It's just that's the way God made us. It just sometimes we'll have similarities. And so that's what we got to realize and understand that right there. And you get to that point, and you get to that place to where it get out there. You know, it gets out there. And so some of these celebrities, I have to do videos on them now, because I realize they ain't got nobody to talk to. But the thing about it is, my style is my style. So, and that style ain't for everybody. But see, it's for everybody when nobody knows. Meaning, if somebody ain't got to watch the person cry or deal with it, they could deal with it. But like, if it was like they sitting in the audience of my seminar, and I went to coaching them like that right now in front of everybody, nah, they wouldn't be able to take it. But like this right here, one-on-one, yeah, they get the message. They get the message. So listen, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. If you don't like the way I do my video, shut up and go somewhere else. Stay out my comments. I don't have the time. I don't have the temperament. I don't have the patience for your opinion. I'm doing what the Lord called me to do, the way I'm called to do it. You do what you need to do on your channel, and do not be telling me how to do a video on my channel. Thank you. God bless you. Keep your head up. One lady came in, Tony, can you stop addressing the hater? Don't tell me who to address and not to address. I'm talking to you, because you telling me what to do and what not to do. My wife told me the other day, she say, do not go into this insurance company and let these people make you do anything you don't want to do. Because the agency I'm with, we got a conference in June. And they have people come up on the stage. I have no desire to get on no stage. Like, I retired from speaking. I don't want to be on no stage in front of nobody. Some people think that's a fake, humble ploy. No, that's really me, because I'm really already him. Like, I already got it. Like, I don't have a desire to be on a stage. Like, I'm already made. Like, I've already done all that, seen all that. That don't do nothing for me. Some people, that's their life wish. They want to be on the stage. They want that spotlight. I want God's spotlight. I don't want man's spotlight. I want to be pleasing to God. And a lot of people don't realize, like, Jesus was cutthroat. He was real. He was direct. Everybody he talked to, it was a harsh truth. Wasn't nothing about it soft and sensitive. Like, he'd look you in your eyes and tell you who you is and who you ain't. What you can and cannot do. Point blank, period. Like, imagine looking somebody in their eyes and saying, Satan, get thee behind me. Jesus did that to Peter. And like, we forget that. When people, the Bible say be gentle. That's not what it's talking about. That ain't what it's talking about. So stop trying to use that. And you just want to say be gentle because the truth stepping on your toes. And you know, if you hear the truth gently, your butt not going to make a change. And so you want it to be something to where you know you ain't got to respond to it and make a change. But when the truth hurt, then that's when it start to heal you. And so that's what we got to realize and understand. Is we got to be real out here. So y'all taught me about that. They not big enough celebrities to have hit the main media airwaves and to have crossed my. I had no clue about the DDG and Halle Berry allegation situation. Had no clue about it. So y'all tipped me off to that. Thank you for putting that in the chat. One of my clients I coach today say she seen that in the comments and she went and Googled it. She had not heard about it. And so, you know, they not there yet. Like Shannon Sharp, because of his Cat Williams interview, it made him an A-list celebrity. Just off ESPN or Fox, he still would have been a B or C. And so with DDG now, that's what they'll kind of be considered around like a B list. For some people, C list, you know, and for some people, G and H list, because we all are nobody to somebody, and we all are somebody to God, and we all are somebody to somebody. And so I know who they are. Never watched or paid attention to either of them. Like, they probably have not watched or paid attention to me, but they probably have seen my name. And they may watch this, of course, because they name in the title. And DDG might try to get it struck down if he get in his feelings. But it is what it is. We have to be real about these situations. And you got to realize that if you are a woman, you got to pay attention to the man. You got to pay attention to the man. To the man character. And when you pay attention to the man character, then that's when you're going to see who he is. And you got to do exactly what Halle is doing. And you got to see if it'll. Y'all got to forgive me because my team texted me, one of my coaches. And you got to do exactly what Halle is doing by filing this restraining order. You can't play with these folks. You can't play with these folks. When somebody go to want to put a hand on you, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're not getting down like that, Playboy. You got to get your life all the way together, Playboy. We is not finna move like that, boy. Absolutely not, boy. And so we got to get to that place and realize and understand that. And then to the men, we know that not everything is a man's fault. We already know that. But what we have to do is we got to come to a place as a man that we accept accountability, and we do what we need to do, and we get to a place to where we are taking and y'all got to forgive me because I cannot get my coat. Trying to find my coach on here and cannot find him. To add my coach to my bench. And so, hey, got a lot going on. We pretty much done got through the gist of it and got this right here. Got to get back to work. This 40-minute video. And the Pop the Balloon review, when I get some time to sit down, I'm going to do that. That is for the Blessed Tribe only now, since they have sold a YouTube channel to Future. And Future is copyright striking all of the people who reviewing. So that'll be only for the Blessed Tribe. So to join the Blessed Tribe, under the video, you'll see a little button. Under this video you're looking at, you'll see a little button that say join. If you are on the YouTube app, you may want to get out of there and click on your browser like Safari or Chrome and type in youtube.com and then log into your account there. Then bring up my video, then click join. So you paying directly Google's fee. If you do it through the Apple app, Apple gets 30%. So you actually pay, instead of $1.99, I think some of y'all paying $3 and something. So if you're paying $3 and something, you may want to log into your account, go into your settings, go to memberships. It'll show you that you got a membership on my channel. You can cancel the membership and then go to the computer, go to your phone or the computer, log in directly through the browser to youtube.com, bring up my channel, click join, and then pay $1.99 or $9.99 for the Blessed Business Tribe, which I got a video for the Blessed Business Tribe too on this meal delivery service. And because we need to do us one. If we got any chefs in the Blessed Business Tribe, we need to do us one, or the Blessed Tribe. Do us one of meal delivery, because we got food in Hawaii. The meatballs was too salty, and then the salmon ain't have no seasoning. And so I'm like, these professional chefs cooking this food the wrong way. One of them too seasoned and one of them ain't seasoned enough. I'm like, man, look, we could do this. But hey, God bless you. All the important links in the description. Let me give a shout out here. Had somebody come through, and I don't know if we'll get the funds, but had somebody come through. I just seen this. I ain't gonna say your last name in case your family on here. Janice, anything in life that you want from me, every course on Tony Gaston Academy, well, technically you ain't allowed to do that. You're not allowed to give products for a donation. But Janice just donated $5,000. Man, listen, I'm about to cry. Man. Listen. Oh my goodness. Lord. Oh my goodness. I was coming on here, going to my email, because I put that link in the description. I got to write Janice right now. I was going to my email to every single person who made a donation. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Nicole and Whitney. I can't see all of them. Some of y'all was doing monthly, and I seen some of y'all had to cancel your monthly because times got hard. But Deanna, I ain't saying y'all last name, so nobody can't look y'all up, donated $1,000. That floored me. I was floored, crying out to God, wrote Deanna, thank you. And every donation, every dollar count. We know that. But we all know what it takes to give $1,000. Janice just donated $5,000. Listen, oh my goodness. The lady who donated, I think 2,500, told me, Tony, if it's God's will, it's God's bill. And I'm sitting here at my wits end like, Lord, we ain't got the money for the hotel. It's gonna be $5,000. Like, we ain't got the money for it. Like, I'm selling all kind of courses. I'm doing everything. Like, but I still got to take care of my son this weekend. I got to give him a graduation party this Sunday. I'm like, I still got to take care of my own family. And I'm trying to help these other boys who is not my sons. And quite frankly, some people, and y'all know this, some people you help are not grateful. Some people do not care. Some people, you could give them the world and they still will throw it in your face. So that's been hurting me to my core to see the charitable efforts that I'm doing for single parents and for disadvantaged youth and for the different demographics that we serve in, and people will barely say thank you. Like, they'll ask for more and more and more and more and more and more and just try to just rake you over the coal. Like, they think they start acting like blood in the water. And they like a piranha. And I'm like, wow, Lord, this hurt. I'm like, Lord, you showing me just a little small, tiny 0.000000000 to infinity 1% of what Jesus felt when he bore the pain and the sins of everybody, every human to ever live. Like, I'm like, Lord, I'm hurting off just seeing the little bit of ungratefulness that I'm experiencing. Man, Janice just floored me. I'm finna screenshot this and send this to my wife because wow. Y'all seen this in real time. I was coming over here to give some thanks cause we on Wednesday and I seen Janice. Wow. Y'all forgive me. I gotta write Janice right now because my phone be going so crazy. Phone writer right now. Listen. We not in tax season. This God. We not in tax season. This is God. I'm sitting here and I'm like, but see, I don't think I'm gonna get the money in time because it take them time to process it. So what I have to do is I have to sell for-profit things and I have to donate because the for-profit money, it comes to me immediately. The non-profit money, it has to process, and then after a couple of days, I'm able to transfer it to the bank account. But then that take a couple business days sometimes. So they fly out Friday. So I have to do for-profit and I have to take money from my bank account and then I have to donate it to the nonprofit. And then what come in, if it be to miss that deadline, which I should have been more intentional about fundraising of before, but I thought we'll be fine. And I don't like begging, I don't like mentioning every single video. It's the hardest thing in the world to do because that's not my personality. And y'all know I've been on here forever, and this is my first time raising funds for my nonprofit, and this is my third nonprofit. The last two I let go because I'm not a fundraiser. I just don't like asking for nothing. So I literally let them go extinct, go out of business. And then I started this one, and it's in my name, Tony Gaston Family Foundation. So I said, I'm gonna be more intentional. I said, I gotta be more intentional. I gotta get out my comfort zone. So I've been mentioning it. Y'all gotta forgive me, I'm on here crying. Janice just floored me. Oh my goodness. Like, who is this? Like, Lord. Like, and Janice, understand, I'm not saying your last name now. So don't nobody know you. You're still anonymous. But I'm just like, Lord, who is this? Like, who has $5,000 right now in a recession? Like, is this Michelle Obama? Is this Oprah under an alias? Like, who can do that? For somebody that I don't know this name personally, like as a client, like I don't even think this one of my clients. Like I probably have coached the person, but I don't know. And I'm just floored. I am just floored. And I believe it might get approved in time. I'll be able to probably send a I don't even I don't even this isn't even a client within the last couple years. Like, this person not even in my client roster, client folder. My goodness, I feel I've seen the name before though. I'm just floored. I am floored. I am floored. And in addition, and I want you to understand, like, every single one counts. But like the one that just came in is $5. So that's what your average person can give. And Janice gave 5,000. So I want you to understand that. Like, the one before the $5 is $25. So I want you to understand that. Like, that's a normal donation. Like $100 or less. And more so $5 to $25. So a lot of times people will hear me saying this, they probably like, oh, Tony got a big following. He probably got, if I had a big following that was like responsive like that and supportive like that, then you will hear me mention it once a month, because the whole year would be funded off of me mentioning it on one video. But that's not how that works, because everybody is in their own, going through a struggle. Like, everybody. So it's hard for people to look outside of their own problems and say, let me help somebody else who is in their purpose helping people I don't even know. Just because I'm not in my purpose yet. Now, I don't expect anybody who have their own 501c3 to donate. I still donate from our 501c3 to other 501c3s, because there are 501c3s that donate to us from family funds. So there's like wealthy people who donate to a 501c3, and then they can tell that 501c3 where to deploy those funds to. I am floored, but I want to be floored with y'all. I want to be floored with y'all. I want to be floored with y'all on here. Because I want y'all to see, know, and hear how good God is. Because what did I tell y'all? I told y'all. What did I say? I said, I don't know who. I don't know when. I don't know why. I don't know how. But I said that God is going to make a way, because he know my heart and he knows what I'm doing. I said, he is going to make a way. He going to make a way. I said, I don't know who and how, when, where, why, or what have you. But he's gonna make a way. I told y'all that. And look what he doing. Look what he is doing. I'm blacking out the name. I'm blacking out her last name so that I could share that testimony with one of my coaches. Because I was telling him about it, like, listen, man, I gotta raise funds. I gotta raise every day. I raised all the way up until the last day. All the way up, and then when they get there, I still be raising funds. Because I'm still be raising funds because I know something finna happen. And I know how that go. And I say, hey, wow, wow, wow. I see who it is now. I see who it is now. Ram in the bush. Ram in the bush. Oh my God. Listen. Do you know Yeshua? Do you know Jesus Christo? Jesus Christ. If Jesus Christ is not your Lord and Savior, I'm telling you, you missing out. It ain't. I'm not talking about this right here. I ain't talking about money. I'm talking about peace in the middle of the storm. I'm talking about eternal life in heaven. I'm talking about salvation on earth. I'm talking about provision for his promises. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a guide for life. I'm talking about the way, the truth, and the life. If you have let man separate you from Christ, that was the work of Satan. And you are allowing Satan to win in your life. Whatever you do, wherever you are today, I need you to cry out to the Lord and say this prayer with me. Repeat after me. Lord, I love you. Lord, I thank you for being you. Lord, I thank you for your grace, for your mercy, for your forgiveness. Lord, I ask that you will forgive me for every sin, known and unknown. Lord, I believe that you died on the cross and you rose again. And you will return and grant eternal life to everyone who accepts you as their Lord and Savior. Lord, I ask that you will come into my heart, that you will wash me, cleanse me, renew me, and make me whole. Lord, I ask that you will be my Lord and my Savior, and that you will write my name in the Lamb's Book of Life for eternity. Lord, I ask that you will give me the strength to live for you wholeheartedly in righteousness and purity. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. See, I feel like it's a lot of people who don't really know God. And you are being shown God by hypocrites. And you being shown God by false pastors. You being shown God by heathens and Satanists and people with demons in them. And so you are lost and you confused because a pastor raped you, or a Christian stole from you, or cursed you out, or you prayed until your eyes were bloodshot red and your voice was gone, and your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister or your spouse still died from cancer or diabetes or was murdered, and you got so angry with God because you thought God was personally attacking you because you had not read in the Bible where it says that God tempts no man, that God does not attack you. Satan attacks you, and God comes to your rescue. Every person has a story. Every person has a beginning and an ending. And some people's ending will end as soon as it starts. Some people will die in the womb of their mother. That is their story. We cannot take offense with God because someone died on a day or a date or in a way that we did not approve of. A part of life is death. A part of life is loss. And God is here for you through it all. So what you got to understand that God is the solution, not your problem. God is your friend, not your enemy. Listen, I sat down and I said, Lord, I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know when, where, how, why, but I know you. And God say, you got to get out your way. You have not because you ask not. Make a petition to my people and I'm going to move because I see what you're doing. And look what God has done. Because right after this, we got another trip next month. Thank God it's only 5 hours away. 4 hours, 5 hours away to Miami, Florida. But then right after that, we got 2 more trips. One to Chicago, one to Atlanta. Both out of state. We in Florida. And then today just got an invite for another trip to Pennsylvania. At August 2nd and 3rd. This is forever going to change these boys' lives. One of our boys in the program just got jumped. And he could have started the fight. I don't know. Some people saying we got a guy that may be gang affiliated. Like this ain't just helping like suburban black boys who got a mom and dad and Tahoe and Escalade and go to private school. That's not the case. We helping even the least of us, trying to impact lives. And the devil is doing everything he can to destroy some of the young men I'm trying to help. I mean, we got young men that if they stay on the straight and narrow, could put in a bank account over $100 million throughout their NBA career. And be husbands and be fathers, uncles, amazing brothers, cousins, could open a gym, could start a gym, could start a give back program, have their own nonprofit, turkey giveaways, backpack giveaways, job fairs, everything that we trying to do. So this bigger than me. And the Lord say for the first 40 you built yourself. You had to build your name. You had to build your brand. For this next 40, I want you to build others directly. Now, yes, I was indirectly building others as I was building myself through my videos and my books. But now God got me doing hands-on in the life. One of the boys that the devil trying to snuff out right now, I got a FaceTime with him today in 1 hour and 15 minutes to speak life into him and to talk to him and to help him understand some things. But hey, listen to me. You got to know God. And you got to get with him, walk with him, live with him. Now, this was about G and Halle, hopefully they gave their life to Christ on this here video. But it went somewhere else. And I was coming in here to say thank you to the donors that I see in here. Arminda, Nicole, Janice, Tressa, Joaquina, Jasmine, Marie, Ashley, Stasha, Vernisha, Robert, Shamika, Sherry, Sheena, Whitney, Nicole, Deanna, Tanisha, Margaret, Christina, Kimberly, Renee. And see, y'all men, you got to get your life together. I don't see now man name in here. I don't see now one of my mentees name in here. That's a taker mentality. Now one of the men that I mentor, they might not even get to this part of the video. I don't see now one of their name in here. You see what I'm trying to tell you? That's the state of men. It's men watching this video and right here. And don't feel like you got to be guilted into it. But I just want you to evaluate your mindset and evaluate your scarcity mindset. I give every day. Outside of my household, I give every single day. And when I say that, I literally mean about every day. It might be a day that I receive rest where I'm not being asked to give. I just got done offering to a grandmother, and she said, thank you, but no thank you. But at the same very time, I just sent, while I'm raising funds, I just had to give $840 to somebody who is in need. And right before that, I had to give another $840. Right now, me and my wife calculated it. We have to give this week over $5,000. In addition to what we have to give to the boys program, we still giving to others. So how we sowing, God just gave it back through Janice. Because he say, you still trying to help others while you can't even help yourself. While you trying to help yourself. Look what God did. And I think it was Sheena that gave 1,000. And I'm not minimizing anybody's donation. Like every single donation count. But I also realize that when somebody go above and beyond in this climate, in this day and age, with so many scammers out there, people raising funds, millions of dollars for a school, and we ain't seen a school yet. People doing real estate investment trust and raising over $11 million and ain't buying no real estate. That's what's happening out here. They seen Wyclef John was raising money, and they said he was buying studio equipment on the back of the Haiti hurricane. Raised over $4 million, I think they said. And when they audited him, they found he was buying studio equipment. He allowed to get a salary. I don't take a salary. I pay consultants. I pay the supporters, meaning I pay the workers. I pay the coaches, and it's just little peanuts. Hey, here go $200. Thank you for driving 4 hours to serve these boys. Here go $200. That's all I could give them. Hey, you work. You was driving all the boys around. Here go $105. You driving them for the last 3 hours. Here go $105. Yeah, they probably were supposed to be getting $450 as a driver. $150 an hour or something. That's what drivers charge. That's what car services charge. But I might give them $35 an hour. And they take it. You know why? Because they need it. They don't turn it back. So that's what you got to realize and understand. So, hey, we trying to work this thing out, make this thing happen. And, we'll get that done. And God bless you. Keep your head up. Keep going. And just trust God. But see, God analyzes your heart. He analyzes your heart. I'm about to have some conversations. And, y'all should automatically get my thank you letter that I set up to go to you. But I just want to say thank you. God bless you. Jessica, I missed some of the names because some of them get filed under other ones. But just please know I see you. God bless you. I'm going to click through and go through each one. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. You are seen. You are appreciated. Pernisha, Kayla, Janae, Kelly, Star, Crystal, Risha, Shuriel, Nicolette, Dominique, Karen, Amber Rose, Letitia, another Letitia, or Lytia, and then Letitia, Sharita, Sabrina, Janae. God bless you. Hey, this Tony Gaskin. All the important links in the description. I only have about 40 plus more spots for aspiring insurance agents. So if you want to join the team, all you got to do is join the team. And then after that, we walk you through the process on how to get your study materials online, how to study for the test, how to take the test, pass the test. Then after that, we get you appointed with the insurance carriers like Nationwide and on your side. We get you appointed with the carriers. Then we get you to shadow calls where people are signing up for policies. You get to see how to work the system, how to run a quote. And then after you get trained on about 5 calls, then you get to run the call yourself, lead the call. And it could be with your friend or family member. We'll still have somebody on there with you. Now, after you done that, about another 5 calls, and we see that you are an expert and you know how to do it on your own, now you start getting leads from me, which is my supporters that's in your state, and you get on a call with them and you help them find a policy that best fits their needs. If you confused or have questions about anything, you let them know that you're going to talk to another agent to make sure that you're doing right by them and you putting them in the best position possible. Then you discuss it with the OGs. Then you come back, let them know the absolute best policy that the carriers have offered. And you fill out the application, get them signed up, you submit it. You will get 50%. I will get 50% of the commission from the carrier because we bringing them business that they wouldn't otherwise have. And so that's how the insurance industry works. It is not a scam. What people be thinking, this is real life insurance. People are getting paid out from the insurance. If you get insurance with living benefits and you get sick, you get paid out. You get a check. When you pass away, your beneficiary gets the check for the amount that you were insured for. Insurance is not a scam. Being a marketer for the insurance carriers is not a scam. You have to take a full, real 2-3 hour test and get licensed in your state, and then you have to do continued education. So this is very real. This is far more strict and stringent than life coaches. You don't have to take a test to be a life coach. And you don't think life coaching is you got a life coach. I'm a life coach for you right here for free. So that's what we got to realize and understand. But hey, this Tony Gaskin. God bless you, and we'll talk soon. All the links in the description.